I am double sharing this. Okay, so there is a setup that happens on the hourly chart that is so visible, so clear that anyone can trade it. And for that reason, and one other reason, we call it the famous setup. Are you with me? Now, why do we call it the famous setup? Is because it happens that there is some major stuff happens in the financial world on that day, and almost all the markets move. So if I take you to the euro yen chart, we're focusing on this date, yesterday's date, okay? The 18th of May. You can see my screen, right? Check this. So the euro pound didn't move that much. Go to euro Australian dollar, didn't move that much. Pound dollar moved quite a lot yesterday. Going to Swizzy chart, there isn't clear movement, but you can see price did move quite a lot in its own fashion. You can see with the high volatility thing. Go to dollar yen. You were in a trade, I know, on this one. Dollar CAD moved significantly. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is that this is a setup where you can predict 10 to 12 hours in advance that there will be a setup tomorrow. So if you check out my video, the one that I talked about yesterday, the market was around here when I was recording the idea. So I can replay that for you now. That's the beauty of this system. So you can see here, now we're pretending we are at 4 o'clock UK time yesterday, around here. So what do I have here now? I have nothing. I'm like, okay, I could have traded it from here and profited and taken profit here. But what can I do with this information now? The thing is that it's moved too fast during this day. And that means that as long as this day, if price does not reverse all the way back, that's the key point, and it stays sideways after the close, so let's say around here, so around this time, the London and the European banks have closed, but the US are still working. The US markets around this time, around 10 o'clock, let's go to there. So around now, the US markets have closed. So the US banks are closed as well. So the dead period has started. Ideally, price should not move much around this time. 2 hours later, at this time, now, well, a little bit further. 1, 2, yeah. Now you have Tokyo open. I want the market to stay sideways within a tight range. As you can see, it's dropping down, but then it goes up, tries to break the highs. Now, ideally, I don't want this to happen. I want the market to have actually stayed within this zone for the next, let's say, oh no, sorry, I got that wrong. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. But I was in, let's go one step back. Let's come here, right? This is the spot, this 6 o'clock candle. I want to go there. So now it's 6 o'clock. The 6 o'clock candle had closed. That means Frankfurt open. The European banks are about to open just now, right? You with me? What do you see here? What you see is price has moved strongly up during the busy hours. It has now stayed sideways during the Asian session, the time after the New York close, and now we're about to enter Frankfurt Open, the Germany Open. Around that time on M15, you're going to see a setup one. So now I'm going to switch to M15 chart. What do you see? A clear wave 3 up and a very flat. This is the first type of wave 4 that we like, the flat wave 4. But not only that, towards the right of the chart, which is here, it has given us even a tighter box, which would increase our chances to have even a higher risk reward trade. So I'm going to move it a little bit here. So this is the risk reward tool. So around here, just uh, right at Frankfurt Open, you would go long here, and your stop loss will be below this box. And your target point can be 2R from here. So that's your 2R target available here. Can you see here? So this will be your entry, this will be your stop loss, and your target point will be there. Let's see what happens. We can play this chart. So that's it. On the first minute of Frankfurt Open, you're in. Now your trade is in. You can move your stop loss here now. So ideally, your risk is very, very low now. And then it goes up. Now it's almost ready to hit your 2R. It probably hit your target point here, right? For 2R. If it didn't, now your stop loss is here at this level. You have more than 1% profit banked, and you would have closed here. So you either got your 2% or 1.5 or something like that over here. This pattern that you saw, this trade that you saw on the M15, you could have predicted that 10 hours before around here. So let me replay it again. I'm going to bring it here. So this is the 5 o'clock close for me in UK here. And around that time, I was able to predict whether I will trade this market on the M15 chart tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Isn't this powerful?